What the hell are the Habsburg monarchy? What are they? I hear about them. It's like connected to Austro-Hungarian Empire at its, if you extend it into the future, if you extend it into the past, it's 1282, which is the 13th century, which is smack dab in the Middle Ages, okay? Middle Ages end around 1500. So it's like, it's something that spans Middle Ages into modern era, casually. It's a monster of history. It has jaws. I mean, I've heard of the Habsburg jaw. I'm sure we're going to find a picture of it if we just scroll. We're not? Nothing? Family tree and literature. They don't even have like something about the Habsburg jaw here. Nothing. Maybe we'll see it here. Anyways, it's a thing. The Habsburg jaw. It's because of the inbreeding, apparently. What is it? Let's try to understand this article that is neither a featured article, neither a good article, just an article with lots of pictures. The Habsburg monarchy, also known as the Habsburg Empire or the Habsburg Realm, was the coalition of empires, kingdoms, duchies, counties, and other polities. What is the difference between all of these words? Empire, I feel like, is big. A lot of territory, one king. Kingdom, smaller territory, one king. Duchy, who the heck knows? County, who the heck knows? Polity, who the heck knows? I don't know. What is a duchy? Do we want to know? Should we check? I didn't look it up correctly. There it is. Duchy, territory of a duke. Okay. A duke is like not a king. Sorry, I'm digressing. So it's known as the Habsburg Empire or Habsburg Realms. It's a collection of these ruled by House Habsburg, which is, I mean, in Game of Thrones, of course, we have House Lannister and House Stark. House Habsburg is a house. It's a family, hereditary line with the name, the family name Habsburg. And from the 18th century, it's also referred to as Austrian monarchy, the Austrian Empire, or the Danubian monarchy. The Danube, I think, is a river. The history can be traced back to the election of Rudolf, the first king of Germany, in 1273. It's a long time ago. And the acquisition of the Duchy of Austria for the Habsburgs in 1282. In 1482, Maximilian acquires Netherlands. So it's like this rich, wealthy family that just like buying up land. It starts with the king of Germany, but it continues because they're acquiring land. They're just buying up land. I'm sure I'm simplifying this, but yeah, here he acquires Netherlands through marriage. Charles V inherits the Spanish throne. So, like, now Spain is in the mix. The abdication of Charles V led to division between Spain and Ferdinand. Who had served as lieutenant, elected king of Hungary, Croatia, and Bohemia. Bohemia is a part of, let's see where that is again. That's this part. It's like a part of Germany, it seems. The Spanish branch, Iberia, Netherlands, Italy, became extinct in the 1700s. The Austrian branch, there we go, which ruled the Holy Roman Empire, which they say was neither holy, neither Roman, and neither an empire. That's what they say. So was with itself, split itself into branches in 1564, reunited 100 years later, and became extinct in the male line in 1740, but continued through the female line as the House Habsburg Lorraine. Of course, this is super complicated. Like, I'm never gonna really I'm not going to grok all the different land grabs and acquisitions and sons and daughters and then acquisitions through marriage and then feuds. I don't think I'm ever going to grok it, but it is a continuous monarchy, a male line, ends in 1740 according to this Wikipedia. This line isn't even, there's no reference for this, by the way, so who knows if it's even true. The Habsburg monarchy was a union of crowns with only partial shared laws and institutions. Other than the Habsburg court itself, the provinces were divided into 3 groups. Archduchy proper, Inner Austria, that include Styria, and all these freaking names. All these parts, these lands. It's all like kind of, not geopolitics, but like kingdom politics. With land and allegiances and so on. The territorial possessions of the monarchy were thus united only by one virtue of a common monarch. The Habsburg realms were unified in 1804 with the formation of the Austrian Empire. And later split in two with the Austro-Hungarian Compromise of 1867. The monarchy began to fracture in the face of inevitable defeat during the final years of World War I and ultimately disbanded in 1918. Historiography, which is what is that again? Historiography is the study of methods used by historians by developing history as an academic discipline. So, I still don't get it. Like, it's like if you want, like, there's history, and then if you want to develop it into an academic discipline, it's called historiography, which actually, interesting they say academic and not scientific. I thought it would say scientific discipline. Now I'm confused. I don't know. If you can explain that, I'll ask ChatGPT later to try to explain that for me. In historiography, the terms Austria and Austrians are frequently used as shorthand for the Habsburg monarchy since the 18th century. From 1438 to 1806, the rulers of House Habsburg almost continuously reigned as Holy Roman emperors. Right, that's why I'm like, I knew that, if this is even true. However, the realms of the Holy Roman Empire were mostly self-governing and thus not considered to have been part of the Habsburg monarchy, which is super confusing. Hence, the Habsburg monarchy of the Austrian branch is often called Austria by metonym. Yeah, this is super complicated for me right now. Around 1700, the Latin term Monarchia Austriaca came into use as a term of convenience. I'm losing my mind, but anyways, let's see if I can sum this up for myself as like a child would. It's a monarchy from the Middle Ages that controlled lands via land grabs and acquisitions and via marriages. And it ends in World War I. Something like that. I feel like that's enough for me to hold on to. Yeah. Sorry about that one. By the way, if you made it this far and you're unsubscribed to this channel, this like kind of mom and pop channel, we're not big YouTube here. This is small mom and pop YouTube. Just, got a small community here, half of which are bots, most likely, statistically. About 300 people. So roughly 150 viewers. Subscribe if you're an actual person and you found this of value. And if you write a comment that isn't super duper freaking long, actually it can be long, but if it's factual, I'll read it. And if you write something that's really just not like toxic, then I might even respond, might even give you a heart to that comment. Okay? If you have suggestions, suggest them. Wiki with me is signing out.